Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts, and he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. And the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go!
51, 951. Push him back. Push him back.
13.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Big end.
Get him. Water.
Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that
13.
up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Let's go.
Hey, Delta.
55. Here we go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Now Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
180.
55. Focus, defense, focus.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Yes.
Don't get nervous.
Here we go.
Here's Foles. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and then hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll drop the throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Caden Cole.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Hey, check, check.
58, come on.
Second and 9 now.
Big stop, King. Big stop. Let's go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's baby stop.
Check 37, check 37.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Check 9, check 9.
Slam, slam, slam. Check. 3. Check 9.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Out. Check it out, read. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Back. Pick the edge. One. Check 3.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. first down. It's Logan, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Check. Crunch. 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 Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. 40 yards.
They'll run it here with Logan. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Shift. Ringo.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Where are they, team?
54. Line 54. I got you, boy. Check 15. Check 15. Alert 3.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31. Mike's 54.
This is Logan. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Jump. 3. Check 3. Over. Roy.
They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick here is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Hey, Kaden.
51, Mike 51.
What is he?
Looking to throw on second down. Foles. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
SOS. Check safety.
Topper. Yeah, go, let's go.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
Coming to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pick up there.
That's good for Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
What we got? 12.
Kill.
Hey, Orbit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
No.
2nd and 10. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 14. Hey, that QB's trash.
On second down, here's Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third at about 7 left. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Let's go, baby.
Mike, Tiger.
14. Here we go. Here we go.
Mike 14. Mike 14. No, get it.
They're going to look to throw. Sharks got it, left side. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Check it back. Watch the whip. Check three. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Shit.
Third and long here for Mariota. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Colts first down.
Check.
Ready. Blue 18.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the cover.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. One. Check. Rush in.
Three.
To throw Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 4, check 4. Alert flat, alert flat, flat, flat. Watch twist, watch twist. Three. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
They run again with Logan. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready, move, ready.
48, right now, let's go. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Shoot. Check 26, check 26.
One.
Dude.
One.
Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. That one goes for 24 yards.
For Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Leonard Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Wide 80.
Mike 58, right there. Silver.
We got it.
58, boy, 58.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Check 24. Check 24.
Go, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback,
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.J. Logan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Bang, 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 bang.
2nd and 5. The open man is Westbrook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hatchet.
Hey, Caden.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Under.
Mike 55. Man, I got you.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Here I come.
Under.
Watching you fly.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, you know, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A first down throw for Mariota. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
What we got?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here I come again.
Foles. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All day. Get. Check right. 5. 55's my guy, 55. Let's go. Back 50.
Now Foles trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. One.
Throwing, Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the screen. Pass. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. One. Check. Say. 3.
Back to it after the pick six. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Switch. Watch the set. One. 3.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Mike, where are they, team? Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Jim.
That'll first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
36. Watch twitch. One. Switch. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
He's coming. Double up. Where are they, team? 25. General. Max. Check. Lucky. 3.
From the gun, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
I'm coming! Begin!
Yes!
Here's Foles. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Slam!
Looking to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Watch the curve!
This one out quickly to Westbrook.
Okay, baby, I see you.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
13.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
you. He's coming in motion. Hey, hey, hey. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Back to throw. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Hey, 7-1, 7-1.
Mike 55. Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mike 55. Mike 55. All right, D. Let's go. All right, D. Showing it. Showing it.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll set up a throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
What we got? What we got?
Go. Go.
Back to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Zebra.
Mike 14. Mike 14. Hey, let's get this. Mike 14. Mike 14. 6-man. Check curls.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And how about that? He missed it. Won't matter much in the final shakedown, but a bizarre way to end this victory. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Colts, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.